Hi, I'm Lori with Here We Go Again, and I have decided to start a project that I've never done before, and I've researched it online, and I've really thought that the chalk paint would look good on the end tables that have been passed down through our family, and kind of just needed a new look, and I just want to share with you what I've learned and what I have attempted. This is what it first looked like. This is the coffee table I have yet to start, but I've actually done the end tables that match, and I've actually really liked the finished product. It's a vintage color, and since I started with the end tables and I like what it looks like, I'm now going to start the whole process on the coffee table since it's bigger. But I just wanted to let you know that I use the Deco Art chalk finish or chalky paint from Americana Decor. Picked it up at Home Depot. This little container is just 8 ounces. It did both of my end tables. I'm hoping to get the coffee table with it, but I went ahead and bought another one just in case. But they're only $9 for an 8 ounce. And then I know a lot of people use the chalk paint wax after, but if anyone's like me, I've researched it and they say that you have to maintain the wax every 3 to 6 months. And I have kids. I am not that person to go back and keep reapplying the wax. So what I used was the polyacrylic water-based clear coat. It actually gives it a really nice shiny look, plus it gives it just an extra protection from the wear and tear of daily use from kids and any water spills or anything like that. So that's what I've decided to use. And I know a lot of people say that there might be like a yellow tint to it. If there was a yellow tint, I've ended up liking it because, like I said, this it's like a greenish gray is what I almost call it. It matches our walls actually, but I actually liked it. So I'm just going to let you know what you need. First off, you need to wash off your table with just liquid soap. Wash it, make sure it's clean of any debris or food. I know that if you have kids, food is usually on it. Once you clean it all off, then you can just paint over top of it with your chalk paint. You can get a special paintbrush. I just got one of these from Home Depot that was actually next to the chalk paint. You just apply it onto your table. I go in a straight line. Some people say you can swirl it, but I just kind of like go in a straight line. Make sure you get all the little crevices and everything, and I did one coat, then I let that dry, and it does not take very long at all to dry. And then I went ahead and did a second coat just to cover it a little bit more. And once the second coat was dry, you can actually go back with sandpaper, about 400 to 500 number of sandpaper grit, and take that and use that to rough up the edges just to get that antique look is what I call it. I'm sure it's called something else, but I call it like an antique look on the furniture, just to kind of bring out a personality for it. And then after I was done with that, you want to wipe it down with a clean dry towel just to get the dust off of it from the chalk paint, and then you are ready to use the polyacrylic water-based finish. And I used one of these little foam brushes. I thought it worked pretty well. And you just want to go in one direction. You don't want to overwork it because you'll get bubbles. Just cover the whole thing. I covered the legs and everything with the finish. But you cover all of it. Let the first layer dry. Once it's dry, you just want to kind of take your sandpaper and just rough up just a little bit to get any bubbles that might have been on there, just real lightly, because you don't want to take the finish off. And then put another coat of the sealant on it. I only use 2 coats, that seemed to be enough, but if you think you want to use a third coat, just make sure in between each coat they dry completely so that you don't have any bubbly marks or any sticky parts that kind of just ruin the look of your furniture. Pretty much that's it. It's pretty simple. Once I'm finished with this, I'll try my best to take a picture of it to show you what this one looks like compared to its family member here, the end table. And I hope you like the video, and if you want to subscribe, hit subscribe and like our page, and hopefully I'll do this again sometime.